Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to Crown Business TV this week, the place where business owners and entrepreneurs receive valuable insight and takeaway information into improving their profitability and business growth. First time joining us tonight, my name is Harvey Lynch, and welcome along this evening. Now, I wanted to bring to you guys tonight to chat about client relationships and how the client relationship you have with your clients and customers is of the utmost importance to the success long-term of your business. Now, we know at Crown Business Development, when we consult to our clients, we tell them that the reason for success in business and the reason why businesses fail, for that matter as well, is the business's inability to attract and retain quality customers. Now, the retention part of that is building that relationship, that strong foundation, the relationship you have with your clients, so that they stick with you for as long as possible, for as long as they have the need for your product or service. Now, one of the ways on being able to improve on that relationship building process and to allow you to streamline that and automate that process as well, which is so high on the agenda lately, is automation, is using a customer relationship management system. Now, what is that? Well, a customer relationship management system is generally software-based. That is a resource that a business uses to streamline its many processes it has in lead generation, in sales processes and the sales pipeline, as well as the nurture and looking after the client relationship after they've actually been onboarded as a client as well. Now, there's been a massive shift for businesses using customer relationship management systems now and software. I think even the adoption of mobile CRMs has seen increases of well over 80% in some cases of actual sales being made due to sales reps adopting mobile CRMs, that they are able to then see exactly where each prospect is in the sales process, so they know which people or prospects are ready to buy and which aren't, and so on and so forth. So I wanted to chat about that with you this evening. Now, a classic statistic that I really like is the 86% of customers claim that the experience alone is just as important as the actual product or service that they've purchased, right? So not only nowadays does a business have to provide such a thrilling, such an amazing product, an amazing service, and deliver on those promises, but they now have to deliver and provide an amazing end-to-end business experience for that client, for that prospect, right? And using a customer relationship management system allows you to be able to create that end-to-end experience for them. I guess you can relate it a bit similar to when you've been to, say, a restaurant. Now, you can go to many restaurants and sit down and have a nice meal, but it's not just the meal, is it? It's not just the meal that creates that little spark in your mind that you remember that's where you want to go back to next time you think about going out for dinner. It's that experience that comes along with it, isn't it? Right, from the moment you arrive and walk in the front door and you smell the aromas and you get greeted by the receptionist there and sat down at your table and really taken care of, that experience, then you've had your meal, and when you leave the premises, that whole client experience is part of the reason why you will go back. It's not just about the meal that you've had. So very similar scenario, I guess, when it's talking about your product or service that you deliver and the experience that you give your customers and clients along the way. Even well before they've actually become a client, it's still that experience leading up to the point of sale and then onboarding them as a client and moving forward. So what are some ways? Here's 5 ways a CRM can improve the relationships of your business. Now, first of all, you've got to get one for starters. Now, some classic well-known CRM systems out there, Infusionsoft, is one. There's other Active Campaign. There's Aweber, different softwares online that you can get on in Google and go and check out. And depending on your situation with your business, how complex type of CRM you would like, you can have CRMs now that deal with many different add-ons to be able to provide many different experiences or increase the level of experience your client has, right? However, if you're just starting out, simple software like Aweber is a very good software to be able to build and segment your database that you have. And then, of course, interact via email interaction to be able to communicate and nurture the relationship that way. Some of the more complex and extensive things you can do with CRMs now, and I'm not an expert on CRMs. I know the foundations and what they can do, and I can certainly point you in the right direction. If you are looking to get an expert in CRM and automation, be sure to reach out. But things like automated text messaging and building of landing page, building of digital marketing campaigns that can be connected to your website. So the figures and analytics from your website actually land in your CRM, and you can see reporting on how things are tracking. So you then can optimize and improve on your marketing investment. It's never an expense. The only place it is an expense is on the balance sheet. It is an investment. So that can all be done in more complex types of CRM systems. But the most important part is no matter how complex they get, it must provide that end-to-end experience. So 5 ways a CRM can improve relationships is obviously better interaction and touch points with your clients. Okay, better interaction meaning right from the word go, by the time they came in as a lead, right? The interactions, the touch points. Remember, it takes up to 8 and over touch points with a prospect before they actually become a customer. So touch points such as emails, phone calls, SMSs that can be either automated or a task triggered for that phone call to be made. They could be automated voice message drops that can be sent out. Little touch points like that helps to start building and nurturing that relationship. Number 2 is to be able to respond faster to your customers. So I know I'm a big believer in customer support and being able to get that information or get the answers that you need as quickly as possible. And CRMs allow you to do that from where your client is in a database. All the channels of communication and touch points and the your interaction with that client so far is kept on record, kept on file, and you are able to then get in touch with them quickly as possible to be able to understand their needs and be able to serve them through that way, through the CRM there. Number 3, asking for feedback as well. So when optimizing strategies or optimizing anything in the business can be done through the CRM, right? And asking your customers and clients for feedback to be able to improve on that end-to-end experience can be simply done through your CRM as well, and documented in there as well. So being able to contact your database through an email send out. It could be a survey, or it could be a questionnaire of some sort that you're just asking for feedback on certain points. It can be done quickly and simply through the CRM system there. I don't know how many times I'm going to say CRM tonight. If you're watching the replay, give us a comment below, #replay, and tell me if you're counting. Number 4 is optimizing every workflow. So I just touched on optimization of business, of strategies or business processes. So optimizing every workflow, it could be such as the sales pipeline, your sales process. You're able to identify and improve on that workflow and at the same time, improve on that experience as well. And then number 5, which is very, very important and I guess it's what makes CRM systems so unique nowadays, is the use of data for personalization. So if you're not capturing prospects or your clients' data, then you have absolutely no way of being able to build on and improve that relationships unless you jump in the car or pick up the phone and go and see them and chat to them directly. Now, to be able to do that across a massive database of clients is simply very, very difficult to do. So using your clients' data, such as their email addresses, their phone numbers, and even getting in touch via social media, messenger, those sorts of touch points, you can use that data to now personalize the experience and the workflow that they go through. It could be on different marketing campaigns that you're able to then personalize the experience just for that one individual customer or prospect, customize that through the use of certain data that you pick up on that journey for them to becoming a lead and then conversion into a paying client. So very, very important with the use of data. Obviously, you must use that data correctly and in the right way, but using it to personalize the experience, the end-to-end experience you have for your clients and prospects is so very important. So we talked about quite often in the consulting space and working with clients and helping them improve their profitability, we quite often use the term return on investment. Obviously, that's the investment of money that is invested into certain strategies in the business to which should provide a return, therefore realizing a profit. Now, there's also another return that we refer to when we're talking about building customer relationships, and that is the return on the relationship itself, the ROR, right? And that is the business's ability to connect with people, right? To be able to connect with people and to be able to establish that long-term relationship and keeping that client retained for longer. You're able to calculate what your return on relationship is. Now, I'll just give you a quick rundown on how to calculate that. I don't have my whiteboard with me tonight, unfortunately, so you'll have to bear with me and follow along. So to calculate your return on your relationship is using your total number of customers that have actually purchased from you over the journey since you've been in business or keeping records for, and then determine how many of those customers you've actually helped in the last 12 months, right? And then from those, determine which come to you by way of referral or by way of repeat business and calculate, take a note of those, right? So referrals or repeat customers over that last 12 months, how many of those? And then divide the total number of people you've helped in the last 12 months by the total number of referrals or repeat customers, and you'll have your percentage ROR rate for your business. And obviously the better that is, the more healthier your relationships are with your customers and clients, and you can determine how well you're tracking there. And then obviously using your CRM or looking back through your processes and systems you've got on nurturing those relationships, how ways you can optimize that and improve that also. So CRMs tonight, there you go, I've said it once more, very, very important nowadays in the building of and scaling your business. I know I was chatting to a client this week about she has a very keenness in wanting to scale her business. However, a lot of her interaction with her clients is done through just her email inbox alone, right? So can you imagine if you're trying to scale a business, how overloaded your email inbox is going to be in trying to keep up with every customer's need and want and hopes and fears and desires through an email inbox. You need to have that software that allows you to be able to nurture that on a bigger scale. And a CRM software system, like what I've mentioned earlier, helps you, gives you the ability to do that and automate that and respond very, very quickly to be able to grow that relationship with your customers. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that's been of value to you this evening. I hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. It's a little bit shorter episode this evening, but I hope it was able to help you out in your customer relationships. And if you need more help on customer relationship management, be sure to reach out here at Crown Business Development. There's a link in the comments below very shortly, and you can reach out to us at 1300 709 292. That's 1300 709 292. And you can jump on the phone. We're going to have a chat and work out some ways of being able to help you and build your client relationships. My name's Harvey Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. Tune in next week, 6:30 p.m. Western Standard Time for another edition of Crown Business TV. We shall see you then. Bye for now.